Hi Chris, this is going to be your 45-minute private reading with me. So I've got all of your information here on my phone and I've got your date of birth and the time. This is all very, very helpful because it really helps me to connect to your energy. And I'm going to be checking out the situation, seeing what's going on for all 9 of your questions. And thank you for choosing me as your reader. I hope you're doing well. I'm hoping to give you as much clarity as I possibly can throughout the progression of this reading. I'm going to be connecting to spirit guides, myself, and tarot is going to paint a picture as we go along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a spread for each of your questions using the Golden Universal Tarot. I was so drawn to use this for your reading. You know, it just feels very golden and I just feel so drawn to it. So let's see what's going on, and I'm going to be doing a 6-card pull for each of your questions. Sorry, my phone is going off. That really doesn't happen very often, but yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing. And you know, 6 cards is enough information for me to really give you a solid answer and to really go in depth with what I'm seeing. So I'm going to put my phone to the side here. And we're going to start with the first question. So I am going to shuffle 3 times and then I'm going to continue shuffling and we are going to see what comes up. Alright, I'm just going to shuffle first. Okay, so your first question here is, will I make it financially big in the music business? If so, when? So let's have a look. Right. Oh, okay. Quite a few cards already. Okay, 7 of Cups. Okay, we've got more than 6, which is totally fine because they all did come up together. King of Pentacles, King of Swords, 7 of Cups, Chariot, 7 of Swords, King of Wands, 10 of Cups, right, 10 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. So we've got 3 sevens here, right? So I'm really seeing that you will. I really do feel that this will happen, but I'm seeing time, right? So I am seeing that financially you will make it big, but I'm also seeing a very, very long time frame. I'm seeing 7 years, right? Within 7 years. I know this is a very long time frame, but it's also showing a lot of time with this King of Pentacles. It's showing a great deal of financial success. It's showing recognition. It's showing you feeling like you're in power with these 3 kings. We also have 3 sevens. I mean, this is big, right? Now we have the 7 of Swords because it shows that it will be challenging. It also shows that you may deal with very difficult people along the way. But it is also showing success with that King of Wands. It's showing creative ideas. It's showing potential. It's showing movement forward. So forward movement and progression with that Chariot, which is very, very crucial. We have that 7 of Cups, which shows that this is something you think about a lot. It also shows a dream, a recognition, you know, that you would like something to manifest to this scale. It will happen. 10 of Cups shows emotional satisfaction, joy, abundance, and like your wish has come true, right? Like it's manifested in the real life. 7 of Pentacles shows that you will put everything you possibly can into making this happen. And we also see with the King of Swords, this is about networking, this is about communication, this is also about realizing exactly what it is that you want to do, which again can truly manifest. This is also fighting your way to allow things to happen, right? We have one person, especially that king that we have here, is dressed in armor, completely dressed in armor, ready to fight their way in. So that is really what I'm seeing here, is this need to really, fight their way in and, really, I'm seeing progression. in this. So yes, and I've given you the time frame as well. It's a very, very long time frame, but I am seeing that within 7 years you're going to be feeling like the King of Pentacles. You are going to feel like things have progressed in such a great way. It's not going to be overnight. It is going to take time here. It's going to build up over time, and that is going to secure the long term. So it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be, a couple of years. It is going to take time, and that is the progression part of it. You will be faced with, little obstacles, challenges, difficult people here and there. But for the most part, this is fighting spirit. It's showing that things will progress. It's showing that things will manifest over time, and that you will feel stable and secure in the situation that you are in. So that is really what is coming through. Yes, you will make it financially very big. There is also recognition as well that I'm seeing. We've got a lot of cards to do with recognition, right? So that is really showing through with the Chariot. It's showing through with the 10 of Cups and also the 7 of Cups. Challenges with the 7 of Swords. Power with the King of Wands. Also creativity, ideas, taking action. Time, money, resources, growth with the King of Pentacles, sitting in power. And also fighting and networking and really allowing things to evolve with that King of Swords, not giving up, also very crucial, and it fulfilling, this whole thing fulfilling. And we've got, 3 sevens and 3 kings. So that is pretty strong, very, very strong. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take the cards and I am going to shuffle 3 times for your second question. Okay, so you said here, I've always felt I will win huge money in a lottery. Will I? And if so, when? Okay, let's have a look. Now, I do feel that you will have success in your life. We saw within 7 months a huge gain financially. So I feel like that is also tied in some way. It's almost as if you know that that's going to come to you. So let's have a look. Let's pull 6 cards for this question. Okay, 6 of Swords, Justice, whoa, so many cards, right? 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, right? So it is going to happen. Right, we see that first of all with the 6 of Cups that it will happen. The important thing here is not to worry about when it's going to happen, because I'm seeing that, the minute you stop worrying about it, it just comes out of the blue. So here it's very important. It's almost like the more you think about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, the more it kind of consumes with this 9 of Swords. So I know that it's very fascinating and intriguing to know, right? But I also feel that this is not necessarily a lottery, but I feel like this is to do with the financial success within business that I'm really seeing, especially with this 7 of Wands. 7 again, this is the other 7 that didn't come up in the first spread. It shows challenges and obstacles, right? So you will get there. You will gain success. This again is very much so tied, this money element is tied to that first spread, and that's how I feel like you're going to be gaining a lot of that money, and it's that money that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, and really thinking that that's what's going to come to you. Remember, in that first spread we also had the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is about dreaming and really thinking and knowing that something can evolve. So again, it's tied, right? This money that you are thinking about and you've always felt that you're going to win a huge amount of money is actually from the same thing that we spoke about in the first reading, which is to do with this business in music, right? So it's all tied together. So try not to think too much. I really feel like when you're kind of just doing your own thing, that's when it will really come to you, that reward. Try not to, emotionally stress yourself out about how things will evolve, how it will go through. Just try and stay more balanced. Again, with the King of Swords, as we saw, right? It's about having that balance, and it's also about, again, the Two of Pentacles, also about balance. And I'm really seeing that, you know, this reward is very much so tied again to the music part of the business. This is about celebration, success, gatherings, parties. It seems to be a very lavish element to it, which will come to you, right? We've again got that 7, which is indicating within 7 years. We also have that 6 of Swords, which is showing, you know, try not to get too consumed by things. 9 of Swords, try not to let it get to you too much. Try and go with the flow with this 9 of Pentacles. Allow things to evolve. You know, networking is very important. Sharing ideas, communication, very, very important in terms of this business. That, you know, the fruits of this will come to you. That recognition, that gain will come to you. It's very important to be balanced. Try not to worry about how it's going to happen. It is going to happen. And this money element is again tied to that music business that we saw in the first spread. So that is really how I feel you will be getting that huge portion of financial abundance, and it's going to give you stability too. You know, it's going to be both, and it will really allow you to have this kind of, it seems very lavish to me. That's what I'm seeing with this 3 of Cups, and also this 9 of Pentacles, you know, feeling like you can just live a very, very good life, and it just keeps building and building and building and building and building. So that is really what I'm seeing, and that is very much so connected to that first spread that I'm seeing. So I hope that really answers your question as to, you know, when. Again, it's very much so connected to that. Okay, so now I'm going to answer the third question. Let's have a look. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you've said here, a former employee embezzled a lot of money from my current company. Her first name is Liz and her date of birth is the 5th of the 9th, 1958. Will she be arrested and go to jail? If so, when and for how long? Okay, so those are essentially 3 questions in one question. I only usually take 1 question, but let's just see what comes through. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. To me, it seems like, you know, justice being served, especially with this 8 of Swords. It's this feeling of trap. So I do feel like she will get questioned very, very heavily. That justice will be served in the sense that I do feel that she will get into trouble, right? So I do feel that Liz will get into trouble for sure. You know, this 3 of Wands is also showing troubles. It's showing that, you know, especially with this Ace of Wands, that trouble is manifesting, right? So she will try to very much so get herself out of it. But what I'm seeing is that for a period of time, she is going to be facing a lot of trouble, and it's this feeling of, yes, she will, but also that she will be able to get out of it. So I do feel that she will go to jail, but she'll also be able to get out of it. So it's almost like whatever happens in her scenario, she will go, but she will also come out of it just as quickly. Okay, so we also have that 6 of Cups. So I see within the next sort of 8 months, she will be in trouble. She will have to, you know, deal with a lot. She will have to give her truth, and she will try and get out of it. She will have to visit jail, but then I feel like she's also going to come out of it quite quickly as well. So in terms of time frame, I mean, you know, what I'm seeing is within 8 months, that's really what's going to be happening. And also, you know, that Ace of Wands is also showing that she will be able to manifest her way out of it, but she is also going to manifest her way into it. So that is really what I'm seeing there. And we've got the Hermit, so that does show that, yes, you know, she will be going into jail, but at the same time she's also going to be able to get out of it. She's going to get some kind of help to get herself out of this situation. So that's really what I'm seeing. It's almost like she's going to be able to get herself out, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So that is really what I'm seeing, is that she will get into trouble, but she will also get out of that trouble with some help and also some time. And I know the time frame is very wide open. You know, it's a legal procedure, and with legal procedures, the time frame can be very drawn out. So that is really, again, what I'm seeing in that scenario and that situation. So, you know, I really hope that helps you with that particular question. And now I'm going to move on to question number 4. Okay, so I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to shuffle 3 times. Let's have a look. Alright, so your next question here, which is question number 4. The IRS has been auditing me for the past few years and they keep extending the audit. When will it end? Alright, so let's have a look and see what is going on. Oh, I've just lost your questions. Let me just grab the questions again. Alright, okay, got it. Okay, so this is to do with the IRS. Let's see if they are gonna Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is to do, you know, of course, with the IRS. They've been auditing you for the past 2 years. They keep extending it. So when is this auditing, extending this auditing going to end? Right, we have the Wheel of Fortune, so it will happen in time. We also see here the High Priestess. Okay, so it will happen in time, but I feel like it's going to go on for a bit longer because we do have the Justice card, which shows that, you know, they're going to keep doing it. Also, we have here the High Priestess, which shows time. High Priestess is ruled by earth energy. And also we have here the Wheel of Fortune, which shows that it's going to keep taking time. This is not going to be something slow. It's going to take time, even with the 7 of Swords, right? So it really does show that I feel they're going to extend it. Let's see how long. It's interesting that you said a few years, because I feel like it's going to be at least 2 years that they will keep extending things. I keep getting drawn to both of these cards, right? And of course they are 2 cards, but also the High Priestess is the second, well, it's technically the 3rd card in Tarot, but it's number 2 in the Major Arcana, even though it is the 3rd card, because technically the first card is a Fool, and that is 0. So, you know, with that number 2, but also with these 2 pillars, and the Justice card is also about 2, because there's, you know, 2 sides to the scale, and it's a sense of balance. And so I'm really seeing 2. So I'm seeing that they will most likely extend it for another 2 years. It will end, I feel, after 2 years, right? So especially with the 3 of Pentacles here, you know, it shows that they will still keep doing it for, I feel, at least 2 years, right? So I feel like after that 2nd year, it will come to a close. And that 7 of Swords shows that they will, you know, keep doing it, as I mentioned. But I've also given you the time frame as well that I'm seeing. So, you know, here they are, right? Literally looking on. So it shows that it's going to continue on still for some time, right? And of course, you know that they want to see. Okay, so that is really what I'm seeing. We've got the 7 of Cups here as well. So, you know, it really is showing that they will keep doing it. They will keep doing it there. And it's going to end, I feel, after 2 years. So that is really what I'm seeing with this particular spread. And it will end, right? But they will still keep looking on, as we see here, right? So that is really what I'm seeing in terms of the auditing And yeah, they will keep doing it for at least 2 years, and then I feel it will end. And that's what I'm seeing. The Justice card also shows a resolution to the situation. So at least that's a positive thing, right? It will be resolved in time. Okay, so that's a positive. It shows that it will be, that it will end. Um, yeah, it will end in 2 years, I feel. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Number 5. Alright, just gonna shuffle. So we've got 1 shuffle, 2 shuffle, and 3 shuffles. So your 5th question here is, will I ever go to jail for anything? Now, this is obviously a question where, so long as you use your free will in a way that doesn't let you go to jail, then, we'll see what's going on. It's almost like, I'm not saying this, I'm just giving you this as an example. For example, if someone gets reading with me and they say, will I go to jail? And then the next day, say they do something that, like they hurt someone or something, and they do go to jail. Of course, they've used their free will, and then they've ended up in it. So from this point on, okay, if you don't use your free will to do something that could get you into jail, right, we shall check up the situation. Okay. See, 6 of Wands. No. Okay, so long as from this point forward you don't do something that can land you into jail, you will be fine, right? We see here stability, feeling good, the Sun card, positivity, happiness, growth. There are no troubles in these cards that we have here. So I always have to say, free will is something. Obviously, if you wake up tomorrow and you decide to do something, God knows what it is, and that lands you into jail, that was obviously to do with your free will. So remember, you have choices to make. It's your life as to what you do with it. So that's really what I'm seeing, is that, so long as from this point forward, you don't do things that can get you into jail, you will be fine. You won't go into jail, right? I'm also seeing any troubles or any problems that you currently have, they will be resolved. So if you are worrying about anything, currently happening in your life, things will be resolved, things will get better, is what I'm seeing. We're also seeing 9 of Wands. This is showing a lot of reflection. So if you're worried about, certain issues, topics, problems in your life, and you're wondering, will I get into trouble for them, etc., etc., just know that in time things will get much better, right? The Hangman here also shows a sense of balance, that things will get better, so long as you don't do anything from this point forward that can really put you into risk and danger of going into jail. Then, everything I'm seeing is going to be fine. Page of Cups also is proving to be very lucky emotionally as well, that, you will be okay. Knight of Pentacles is also showing stability. It's showing that, again, unless you do something that can land you in that situation, you will be fine. King of Cups is showing stability. It's showing, a sense of feet on the ground, feeling stable, feeling balanced. Sun card is showing positivity in terms of things moving forward and progressing in your life. The 6 of Wands is also showing progression in your life as well. Knight of Pentacles also showing progression. Now, in terms of money coming to you, right, it's slow. Knight of Pentacles is very, very slow. But in terms of ideas and creativity and your life opening up and growth and happiness and joy and celebration, victory, success, recognition, which we see with the 6 of Wands, that will come to you, right? So in terms of jail, I don't see that happening unless, of course, you woke up one morning and you decided you were going to do something, and then that leads you into jail. People have free will and they can use it in really bizarre ways. I'm just seeing that, I don't feel you will, but if you wake up one morning and you suddenly just decide you want to, go crazy and do something that can get you into trouble and get you into jail, then, that is, of course, on your free will. But what I'm seeing is that for most part, you won't do something like that. So in that case, of course, it's positive, right? Extremely, extremely positive. But I do have to mention that just in case, because, some, people can wake up some days and one day, and they can totally, change their perception. But what I'm seeing here is that overall, right, as we stand, as your life is currently, you won't be in that situation. That is what I'm seeing here. All right, so from this point forward, I'm not seeing that unless you just woke up one morning and you just decided to do something crazy, right? So that is really what I'm seeing here in this situation, right? So the cards really are confirming that you won't. We don't have any sticky situation cards here. We don't have any cards of trouble or trauma. So that is, showing through like this. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to the next question, which is question number 6. Okay, so I'm just going to take these cards. I'm just going to shuffle 3 times. So we've got 1, and then I'm going to do 2, and then 3. So we've got here number 6, which is, I've been in real estate for over 20 years in a family business, and I really don't like it any longer. Do you see me either selling that business or keep the business going and continue being successful but miserable at the same time? So let's have a look what I see in the situation. Got the Lovers here. Okay. So what I'm seeing is quite clear. It really does seem to me like you feel very stuck in the situation, especially with the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is feeling stuck, but also kind of feeling like, this is something you kind of have to do, have to be part of, but it's also showing a feeling of being stuck and not being able to move and do something that you really love. Now what I'm seeing is that over time you are going to be able, you are essentially going to move away from the situation. You're going to be able to move away from the situation because I'm seeing an ending to this, right? So I'm seeing an ending to you being in this business. Now the business itself, I feel, will continue to grow. I'm also seeing that there will be some new structure that you can put into the business where you can also creatively do things that you like. So the business itself, this family business can keep running and keep being successful, but also that you can pursue your passion. So it's showing here you emotionally moving away from this family business, you walking away from it and kind of, ending, where you are right now, because there's a feeling of feeling stuck. So in time you will do that, but it also shows, putting some form of structure in it where the family business can still be running and you can pursue your passions. So that is really coming through, especially with this Lovers, right? This shows you evolving to pursue your passions, something that you really enjoy doing, something that you've, wanted to do. And this is about, with the sun in the background of this card, it's about joy and happiness and also growth as well, with the trees and the leaves and the flowers that we see. And again, pursuing your passion. We have the 8 of Wands here, which very much so does show that, the business itself will continue to be strong. The business will actually grow, but it also shows that you will be moving forward. You will be moving on to do something that you really enjoy doing, right? That's really coming through. Look at that again, 2 of Cups. It shows that you are going to be, we've got 2 angels here. We've got one at the top here on the 2 of the Cups, and we've also got one here on the Lovers card. So it's showing very much so that you are going to be moving forward and progressing to doing something that you absolutely love, that you admire, that gives you something in return, so this particular thing that you are going to go and venture into, again, very much so tied, I feel, to, the music side of things, where it's a passion of yours that also gives you something in return. So it has that, right, that element of passion. And the 9 of Cups shows a wish. So I really feel like you will go after the thing that you have always wanted to go after, and you will be successful and you will feel so much more stimulated and more happy and creative within something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like, what, this is a wish come true. This is something I've always wanted to do. this is something exciting. So that is really what I'm seeing. I know that you don't really like it, so it can also be that you sell it, because I'm seeing it kind of taking on with some form of other structure, if that makes sense. Now the business itself will continue to grow, so if you want to keep it and put some structure into it so that you don't have to be the main person in kind of doing all of that, then that can happen. But you can also sell it, because that is also an option coming through. It's showing very much so as it's very open to you as to what you want to do in this situation, whether you would want to sell it completely or whether you would want to put in some kind of management and structure to actually take care of the business whilst you pursue your other passions and your dreams. That is very much so open to you. But I'm seeing the main thing I'm seeing here is that this makes you feel stuck, that you will eventually move on and away from it, and that you are going to pursue something that makes you feel passionate, that gives you more in return, in terms of stimulation and ideas, and also makes you feel really good. So that is really what I'm seeing for this particular question, and I hope that helps you as well in terms of that question. So yeah, that is really what I am seeing it, and it's up to you as to whether you want to keep it going and put in some other structure, or whether you want to sell it completely. That is totally your choice, but the business itself is going to grow. So I hope that gives you an idea and into probably what's going to be better to do. So yeah, that is really what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing you move on to something that really gives you more. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to question number 7. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. And I'm just going to do one more shuffle. Okay, so the 7th question here is, will my son Jack be okay and do well in life in general? So let's have a look and see about Jack. Alright. So we have the 3 of Swords with a Strength card, okay, so it does show that he will be okay. This is showing that, any challenges and obstacles that he is faced with in his life, he will be able to overcome. 3 of Swords is about learning lessons as well. Now, this can be a card about heartbreak, right? So I feel that at some point in his life, he will feel some form of heartbreak. This can be to do with a relationship, I feel, that is going to really, affect him. And that is something I'm seeing. But in general, what I'm also seeing, and that's something he will be able to overcome. In general, he's going to be learning a lot of lessons. And any obstacles and challenges that he goes through in his life, he will be able to overcome them. They're actually going to make him extremely strong. So your son, he is going to be okay. Any challenges and obstacles he is faced with in his life, he will get so much more stronger and so much more mature with things as time goes by. So that is really what I'm seeing, is that he will be okay, he will grow, and he will become very, very mature. That is what I'm seeing. So, whatever goes on with him, he will learn things. I feel, he can perhaps learn things a little bit the hard way, but he will grow and get so much stronger. And I'm just seeing that any obstacles and challenges he's faced with, he will truly learn from them. The 3 here also shows karma, and it's showing that he will truly learn lessons, and this is just going to make him stronger. We see here with the Page of Pentacles, a sense of maturity. It also shows in terms of career, and also in terms of knowledge, and also education. It's showing a good gain as well, so that is really coming through very, very strongly with that Page of Pentacles. It's showing gain. It's also showing money for him in the future. We see hard work here with the 8 of Pentacles, so that is really, really great. We also have here the 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles is very, very much so about hard work, but also being looked at and people knowing that he's doing a good job. So I really do feel, in the future, as we look into the future, career-wise, he is going to really work very, very hard, and he's going to gain a good reward out of that. So that is really what I'm seeing here. I do feel he will go through one major heartbreak, but this is not going to be, in regards to marriage or anything like that. It's going to be very much so, very, very much so before that. But I'm seeing that he's also going to learn a lot of lessons, and he's just going to grow and grow more from those lessons and really adapt to being very, very mature. And he's also going to be, he's going to be more fearless as time goes by as well, with that strength card that we see. But also, a real good sense of maturity and hard work is coming through, and also emotional stability, emotional balance, and feeling, so much better within himself. So that is really coming through very, very strong in regards to him. Okay, and overall, I'm seeing a great deal of balance within him. The older he gets, the more balanced and the more mature he will be. And I'm also seeing a strong relationship and connection for him in the future as well. This heartbreak that I'm seeing that he will have gone through is something that, will really make him cherish things a lot more, I feel. And it's also going to teach him a lot, and I do feel that will allow him to also find the right person. So, it's all very much so interconnected. And we've got 2 3s here as well. So again, learning lessons. So let's move on now to the next question. So the next question here is to do with your daughter Lauren. So let's have a look for your daughter Lauren, see what's coming up. Alright, so let's have a look and see if Lauren is going to be okay and do well in life in general. So we know that Jack is going to do very, very well, and he's going to get good gains. Okay, let's see for Lauren what's going to happen. Alright, so for Lauren we have here the 8 of Wands. We have also the 5 of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Justice card, and the 6 of Wands. So for Lauren, this is beautiful, really, really beautiful. I know we're looking at that 5 of Swords, right? The 5 of Swords shows conflicts and arguments. This kind of stuff can occur, is what I'm seeing. She might get into, a conflict or an argument here and there. But what I'm seeing is, 5s in tarot are about change. You can overcome those particular situations. And what I'm seeing is that she is someone that can really navigate, again, around challenges and obstacles, right? So she is someone that can really navigate her way through things. And I'm seeing that as she gets older, she'll be able to navigate her way through things more and more. It also shows that things in her life will really flow in the right direction. It's showing a lot of creativity, a lot of ideas, and it's also showing that whatever she puts her mind to, she will be able to succeed in it, because she is a true navigator. She can navigate her way through things, and we see that with these 3 cards, right? A real good sense of navigation. Now, even if she gets confused for a brief period of time, which she may be, she might be with that 5 of Swords, she will still be able to get out of that phase and navigate herself to a sense of knowing what she wants to do, where she wants to be, and actually being able to, again, overcome obstacles, challenges, and feel more balanced, that we see here with the Justice card. It also shows here that, in her life especially, she will feel a great sense of balance. Her big strength here is communication, which was just going to get better and better as time goes by. We're seeing a lot of opportunities here. So not only is she going to navigate herself, in a really great way through her life, she's also going to get a lot of opportunities here. Be this in career, love, and also in terms of money. There are lots of opportunities here, and she also is looking to be someone that will just gain the attention of a lot of people as well. So that is really what I'm seeing, is that there are opportunities coming towards her, romantic interests as well, really coming towards her, but also in terms of career and education, lots of opportunities, especially for knowledge and growth. And also with the Six of Wands, it's showing a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity, a lot of potential as well. So I really do feel that, in general, she's going to feel very balanced. And as she gets older, she's going to feel more and more balanced. She's a navigator, true at heart, that can get through challenges and obstacles, and really, any kind of conflict she can resolve. Justice card is about resolution and balance. So anything that comes to her in her life that could turn her life upside down, say, whatever it is, she will turn it back the right way round. That is really the flow and the power of her situation that I'm seeing. So she will be okay. What I'm seeing is that she is a fighter. She will get to where she needs to be. And I'm seeing opportunities. I'm seeing love. I'm seeing, career-wise, a lot of balance and stability, and a great amount of communication and stability for her. So that is really what I'm seeing here. She's a true navigator, and she will really, really fulfill all of that as she gets older. So that is really what I'm seeing for your daughter Lauren. All right, and now I'm going to move on to your last question. Okay, so let's have a look. Done one, and I'm going to do two. That really scared me. That was my phone again. I'm just going to do one more as well. I don't understand how people are messaging me at this time. It's pretty late here in the UK. It really never happens. My phone is usually always quite dead in that sense, and now it's going off. I just don't understand. So sorry for that, but yeah, let's have a look into question number 9. So you said here, I've always felt that I would be internationally rich and famous. I know that sounds stupid, but I've always have felt this. Will that happen? If so, when, and in what field? Right, so I feel like we already answered this question. It's going to be in the field that we spoke about in the first question. It's going to happen within 7 years, and you're not crazy, you have an inkling, right? And people do have inklings all the time, intuitively they can feel certain things. This is something you're feeling, right? 3 of Pentacles, there it is, right? This is about recognition, this is about success, it's about being looked at. Wow, we have Temperance, right? So this will happen in time. Temperance is a card of patience as a virtue. It's also about, working on your passions, and also working on yourself. We have here the Knight of Cups, right, which shows opportunities, it shows things coming towards you, it shows emotional fulfillment. Both of these cards are emotional fulfillment. We have here the 3 of Swords, so this is about, things will happen, it may not happen as quick as you'd like them to. 3 of Swords is also about lessons. Again, you might have some challenges and obstacles that you may face, Throughout that, we saw that also in the first spread, that you might come across difficult people, you might feel like, things might get delayed. Just know that that is a very normal part of success. Things can get put back and then go forward and that kind of stuff. So try not to beat yourself up if that kind of stuff happens. Just know that, the path to success is never just one straight path. But it can happen, and that's why the time frame is also very long, is because it will take time for this to happen. Knight of Swords shows that it will happen as well, right? But it will take time, which can then make you think, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Is it going to happen? It's not going to happen. The 4 of Wands is about success, and it's also about things happening in divine timing, right? So you have this inkling. You're not silly for having that inkling, because I'm seeing that things really can work out in a really beautiful way. It's also showing success and recognition, joy, happiness and celebration. 3 of Pentacles here is really showing very, very strongly success, recognition, financial abundance. So I do feel it will happen. It's very much so tied to the music business, and it's showing, that is something that will evolve in time. You can have, difficult people that you are faced with, but it's also about networking, as we see here with the Knight of Swords, really networking, talking to as many people as you possibly can. And I'm also seeing, a financial reward with this 3 of Pentacles, right? So this is also about recognition. And this is also about learning lessons as well as time goes by. It also shows that, you can be faced with setbacks, but try not to take them too heavily. Know that things will progress, that they can, but it will happen in time. As we see here with the angel, we also see that this is very divine, that it is something that is very much so in your path, but it will take time to unfold. So Chris, I hope this really helps you with your path. I hope it gives you a lot of clarity and information, and I hope that it helps you today, and I hope you have an absolutely lovely, wonderful day, night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and take care. Bye.